Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Jonas and this is Designing Dads. Here we focus on dads, dad related stuff, mostly how to support our kids as they grow up. Today's topic is how to communicate with your kids. Now, having said that, we do communicate with our kids all the time, different ways, through different media, but this is more like how to effectively talk to them when something happens. And so I have 5 points that I've gathered all over the world that I want to share with you, and hope it helps you somewhere along the way. Now, point number one: location, location, location. You want to be able to dedicate a time and a space where you can communicate with your child. Um, Normally, a space where there's less distraction so that there's more of a focus between you and the child so that you can be able to communicate effectively for both of you. Now, personally, I like to take my kids to their rooms so that I can talk to them. I find it's it's more comfortable for them. They're familiar. It's a familiar zone for them, and they're more able to be comfortable easily and fast. The only thing I pay attention to when I take them to their room is that's where their stuff is. So they might try to distract you with their stuff before they talk. So just pay attention to that. I think you just have to find a way to be more creative so that you can have that focus that you need to convey the message that you have. And number two, you want to start by asking open ended questions like, how was your day? How was school? How was your dog doing today? Yesterday, I realized you were upset about something. Do you want to share? So, those are the kind of questions that you want to ask. And the, um, the whole idea about asking open-ended question is to start getting that motion to start talking, to start so that they can start opening up and start talking. And this is where you're giving them their time. You're giving them their time to express it. Point number three: listen attentively to your child's responses and don't interrupt. Um, don't dismiss their feelings. In fact, what you want to do is validate what they are trying to say and show a little bit of empathy to what they're expressing to you. So now, when you engage that, then they feel that you are actually listening to them, and that's a good thing. This one here, I personally take this a little bit serious when it comes to talking to my own kids. I let them, I let them say what they need to do. I mean to say, so that I can actually hear what's going on inside there. Point number four is as important too. I take this one, seriously too. What you want to do is provide guidance and support without being overly judgmental to what they're saying. You want to offer suggestions if they're getting stuck or they're trying. Give them suggestions. Let like keep the wheel going. That's the main point of this, and encourage. encourage them to express more, like, so that they're able to speak up, speak all what's in their mind. And in fact, the best part about it is that if you can help them come up with their own solutions, it's a win-win situation there, because as they grow, that's what it's actually a skill that you are actually empowering them to have. So the more you encourage them to come up with solutions that they have, it's a good. Now, on the other side, for example, they do something wrong, and you know they're trying to figure out what to do. I have given my kids a chance to tell them, to ask them like what their punishment would be based on what happened. What do they think should, so that it doesn't come off as you're just punishing them, or you're just trying to help sort this out. I know that whatever action that they do has a consequence. So it's important to be able to come to a point where they know if this happens, then this is what the consequence of that action normally would look like. So this is really important for you to practice with your kids. So dads, please show them, or if you need to give them a suggestion about what it could be, give them, like, do you think if we do it this way, then is that, do you think this correlates to what you did, or so that's how you want to carry out this, like, let them come up with solutions to their problems, and it's a valuable skills that they will grow, teach, and have, and they'll be able to it gives them more independent. They'll be able to sort things out on their own. And it's exciting when they come up back to you and say, you know what, this is what happened, but look, this is what I did. So it's a good thing. So it's a very important you know you know thing to have when you're talking to your child. So last but not least is end the conversation on a positive note. Um, and this is where you want to express how much you love and support your child. Let them know. Or however you do it, this is the opportunity to do that, because it helps build up your relationship too. And they will always know that you're there to listen to them. So this is very crucial as a parent, and also what it means to a child is that they know that I mess up, but I don't like how I feel right now, but it's safe to go and talk to daddy. It's safe to go and talk to mom. You wanna be able to be the person that's standing there to help them out or to pull them up. And seriously, on a serious note, um, some of these situations, honestly, it can mean life and death. And so, if they screw up so bad, especially growing kids, teenies, and stuff, they might get themselves into some very sticky situations, and you don't want to find out later. You want to be able to trust that, your child will come to you actually and say, you know what, I screwed up and I need help. When that happens to you as a parent or as a dad, it's it's an absolute win for you. So how you end conversations all the time is you're pulling them up, you're uplifting them up, you are raising their head up, you're motivating them, you're trying to show them, you know what, people make mistakes, but you know what, this time to fix it, and if I can help you, I'll help you figure that out. And so it's something that they will grow and continue to have, and they'll be able to support their own kids at some point in situations like this. So how you end that conversation It's very important. Now, is it going to happen systematically like that all the time? No, because kids are kids. But this is where you become even more creative. Find ways and means to focus the conversation and the whole talk with your child. You know them better, or they know you better. So be creative and don't be afraid to approach some of these topics, no matter how sensitive it is. In fact, the more sensitive the topic is, the better, because I tell my kids all the time that I'd rather that they hear it from me than somebody else who is gonna judge them or put them in a cluster, or make him feel like what's happened is absolutely terrible, no matter what it is. But I'd rather they hear from me first. Then, if anything happens over there, they're able to know, oh no, this is going the wrong way. I need to get myself back. So it's important. It's important to finish the conversation in a positive. Then they'll always come back and talk to you or ask you questions, things like that. So when that happens, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and you're doing a great job. Being creative, for example, is that like I've learned this from my wife. Some of the stuff is that she has this favorite statement she puts out, and I just like how it lands. She always says it's a learning day. It's a teaching day. That is cool because they go to school, but at the same time, when you're talking to them, you're teaching them stuff. So it's a learning thing. To me, being creative that way brings them back. Every mistake, anything that happens, is an opportunity to learn something. And if for you as a parent, you're learning more about your child, and the child is also learning how to deal with sticky situations. So that's just an example of what that does, and it fosters the relationship. It helps foster build the relationship between you and your child. So they want to know. Sometimes, I find they want to know that you also messed up at some point, and you are able to fix things and help yourself back to your feet. So don't hesitate. It's a learning day for both of you. So I would encourage parents to open up to when situations like this where you have to talk to your child. Please do. It's helpful for them. It's good for your relationship. It's a skill that they will carry on. I'm hoping that I can hear more about this from other parents' experiences on how to talk to your kids. I'm delighted. I love this stuff. So, yeah, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. So, before you go out in the world, uh, please like, subscribe, and write a comment or two about the topic. And this will help grow the channel and be able to reach more people just like you. Remember, great dads are not born, they are made. Until the next topic, bye bye.